Yeah, have you ever been on an elevator?
Yeah.
You know, an elevator, it's floor 1, 2, and then basement is B. Or you'll have lower level, LL1, LL2, LL Cool J.
That's what I was gonna say. That
he was right on the cusp. Speaking of LL Cool J, how come you guys are both wearing Adidas jackets? Nobody told me I would have worn my Adidas jacket.
Pretty sick.
Man, it was a happy little accident, bro.
Now I'm gonna cover up. I don't want people to see my Billabong
sweatshirt.
sweatshirt.
I got the shoes. Let me see if
Ooh, flashy.
Matching shoes.
Mashy shashy.
Mashy shoes.
I guess you just say mashy shoes. Actually,
shoes.
I am wearing Adidas shoes.
Oh my god.
Dude.
I think we got the same design except you got the black. Oh no.
No, not even.
Greg, don't try to take my kick game.
Not even close.
And by kick game, I mean kicking people in the face.
Yeah, I played that game.
Dude, I got this bad boy in high school.
Hence what we were just listening to.
Yeah, we were also listening to my buddy's high school band live on the radio.
right, from 2006.
I must have got this coat in 2006, and then I found it again the other day, and I'm like, I'm going to wear this. And I got a lot it on it.
Yeah, it's a good
Which I was surprised.
coat.
70s retro,
and
but it's 2006
it's Minnesota.
retro.
I brought it back. I'm just like, I'm a fashion connoisseur.
You're a
being
fashion icon.
This is how I realized that sportswear from 2004 to 2008 is back in style.
Well, I would listen. That is always the case. Whatever sportswear from back in the day, like, whatever. Like, they make new Jordans that look like the old Jordans.
Oh, yeah. They still have Jordan 1s. They're still, like, super popular.
Right. It doesn't... They don't appeal to me anymore.
They have sports wear, and they have sports Y, and they have sports win.
Sports how?
And they have sports how.
Yeah, that's on the Native American land.
Hey.
Huh.
Sports how?
The Chiefs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you buy that in Kansas City.
You can't... Is Kansas City...
Ever been to Kansas City?
I drove through it once, I think.
Yeah? Well, how was the barbecue? Prove it. How'd you like the barbecue if you think that you were there?
Oh, I did go when I thought I was driving through it there. I remember stopping not for barbecue at all through Kansas City, but what we did do was go to a Burger King in Sioux Falls. So
yeah, that's drastically different.
100% different.
Did you completely unrelated to the topic?
I did. No, it's food. I did.
Food in a city.
Yeah, food in a city. I did ask for barbecue sauce.
You know, Sioux Falls is definitely known for their Burger Kings. They got the best Burger Kings in the country.
That's where it all started. I went to a Kentucky Fried Chicken one time.
Ooh, a KFC.
KFC. I was with a friend, and she had ordered honey mustard sauce because I despise it. I think it's disgusting. She ordered honey mustard, and the lady at the counter was like, "We got honey and we got mustard. You can make your own."
Dang.
And I was like, that's what you get.
Yeah, it's also funnier that they just had honey.
Yeah, were they out of honey mustard? Certainly they sell it.
But I also have never been to a place. I've never been. Oh, I guess KFC. They do have honey for the biscuits.
Honey for the biscuits. It's not even really it's honey sauce, I think they call it, actually. It's like...
Oh, it's just high fructose corn syrup.
Yup, and a ton of sugar.
Dyed to taste like honey, or...
Dyed to taste like it.
That doesn't make any sense, but I was hoping we would move on.
Nope.
And you didn't.
Every slight mistake in verbiage.
You guys gotta that's right. You guys are supposed to be coming at me, right?
You know what I gotta say to that?
He's combative.
Oh. Good out. Glad the fan's not on, though.
Yeah, that's a nice
maybe
icebreaker.
We should keep that fan on. But I mean, the fan is out. No, fan is on. I was gonna say the fan is out, or one fan. That was dumb.
Yeah, do we have a fan?
Yeah, we have fans.
Hello to all the fans out there. I want to say hello to all the fans out there. They're
Fargo. They're called the woke mob.
The woke mob, Greg. I'm surprised you didn't know that.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's actually good.
Yeah. We're always like...
That's actually good. I like that.
Yeah,
the woke mob.
Yeah.
That's great.
The woke mob.
So, Greg, when's the last time you were regular?
December 31st at 1:29 p.m.
That's the last time that you regularly shaved your body hair?
Yes.
Nice. Didn't know if you were on a schedule for that. How often are you trimming your body hair?
Oh, none.
Normally it's
never anymore. I'm married.
Irregular.
I'm married. I let it grow.
You still just let it grow
I got
forever.
a back hair
and you
like
don't
12
ever...
inches long that just keeps it.
Let
Nice.
it grow. It's got a mole.
Yeah.
Let it grow.
Yup.
Let it grow.
Yeah. I'm not getting it checked.
How many
Nothing.
moles are you up to these days?
I'd say a good 7.
7, 8 moles.
Yeah.
Then, since we're talking about backyards, because of the back and the grass.
I'll tell you about the time I went to Sioux Falls.
Burger King and Sioux Falls. I asked for barbecue sauce. They gave me honey mustard. So, I mean, so you're saying before the game, you used to shave it up, used to little manscaping.
Oh, a little bit.
Yeah. Use the scissors or clippers?
That's funny.
Depends on the time and place, my
Imagine-
friend. It depends on how much. Sometimes you got to go in and
I'm
like whack
picturing
it with a
garden
machete
clippers.
like you're going through the jungle, you know? And then you can use the trimmers.
Did you ever
Those
use
are like
wire?
electrical,
you ever use-
electrical wire strips, dude.
Did you
You
ever
use
use-
that?
You ever
Yeah.
use wire cutters?
It's also funny that every time
Like a guitar string?
each one, you're like, oh no, I broke another hair.
I broke another hair. Yup.
It is funny that every time Quay tries to do something visual here, the camera never goes to him.
It's because this click clack doesn't make enough sound.
There we go.
Like, and then nobody sees what I'm doing.
Quick, trim your pubes with it.
Stripping the wire.
Quick! No, I can't.
I can't. My wife said I can't do that on
No.
air anymore.
They're all gone.
Can you say pubes on the air? Is pubes good?
We're talking about prepubescent people.
I don't know if that's any better. Well, if you're referring to prepubescent people as pubes,
That is really funny. We should start doing that. Instead of children, you're like, no, they're pubes. They're prepubescents.
they're
Yeah.
prepubes.
They're pee-pubes.
Yeah, I got 3 pubes at the house, dude.
Oh man, yeah, you just inherited a family.
I got 3 pubes
Yeah.
at my house.
Yeah, I just inherited 3 children. That
Nice.
was 3 months ago, and it feels like only 10 years ago.
It's only a small,
Feels
slight
like a
time.
short decade, yeah.
How long until they're 18?
All
Just
of
so
them,
that they're out,
11
so
years.
they're,
but okay.
so that they're out of the
11.
house. So that they're out of your house.
I got a calendar with 11 years on it, and I'm marking down each day.
Oh man,
Yeah.
It's funny to actually just have that and finally have the one that says you're gone. And you're like, out of my house.
yeah. But then the one kid would look at it and be like, "It's YOURE," and then like leave,
Yeah.
and that would be the last thing you ever.
Oh
hear
yeah,
from
that's what kids do. They love to like correct me on things that they don't know what they're talking about, which is like
yeah.
my favorite thing. I was like, they were sitting there eating breakfast, and they're getting syrup everywhere or whatever, of course. And I was like, he just like is messing up the dinner table. He's like, the dinner table. I was like, dude, just because you're eating breakfast doesn't mean this is not the dinner table. The table's name doesn't change according to the meal. This is not the breakfast table
Yeah.
now.
Yeah,
Then it's
yeah.
the lunch table. The dinner table is the dinner table.
That's the kind of authoritarian rule that you're going to have in Greg Hobbs' house, because that is a steadfast rule. And you know what? If you need help backing that up, I got you.
All
Yeah.
right, man, let's go.
Because
Let's
I'm
go after
in-
school today.
Ooh, 3
Only
o'clock
what-
by the bike rack.
Yeah.
Beat up an 11-year-old.
2:47. You know how kids get out at weird butt times. 2:47.
That is 100% correct.
They're like, dude, I got math at 11:65 today.
That is the education system today that you're like, oh yeah, 1165. People are like, is that 1205? They're like, no, it's a new thing. They teach us how to do clocks different
Oh
today.
yeah, I know. These kids don't know anything
It's new
anymore, dude.
clocks.
It is
Yeah.
crazy.
They're like,
called
you know
new
how
time.
they're actually, you figure out time by putting 4 blocks and then adding them up.
yeah,
and then
right. You
subtracting
got to make
the
it
totals.
easier for the dumbest kid to
Yeah.
tell time. Yeah, everything
is-
is to the lowest common denominator now.
There was like, when I was going to school, there was maybe, well, I'm just an idiot, so I don't understand math that well. But it was like, I could understand it. We're just like, oh, you just learned like 7 times 8 is 56, 6 times 6 is 36. Like,
yeah, you gotta just
whatever.
memorize
Like,
it. Yeah.
you just remember that stuff. And then, like, you just kind of knew it. And there was maybe 1 or 2 kids that didn't understand some of the stuff. And now it's like you need to teach 5 different ways so
Yeah.
that just a couple. I'm like, why don't you just teach it one way? So then you can kind of figure out the other stuff you're owing.
Yeah.
And then have those other kids teach them the other way.
Well, it's just like everything. We just like overcorrected because like I went to school in the 80s in like Brooklyn, and it was like a prison, dude. And like it was.
Did you ever
very
meet Biggie
It was
Smalls?
a big mob.
Did you meet Biggie Smalls?
I wonder if I met anybody that I didn't know. You know what I mean? 'Cause
Yep.
I like
Every
living
time you meet
Staten
somebody-
Island.
I don't know if you probably met a lot of people you didn't know. That's most of the people that you meet.
See, I knew you guys were going to be messing with me today, dude.
That's not
I can't
messing,
say
that's-
nothing around you.
That's bringing up perfect logic. You're actually the kid in the class that we need to explain things to.
Can you guys do it lowest common denominator for me so I can keep up, please?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
so
you.
Biggie Smalls was an African American rapper.
Right. Now, was he big or small? That's what I'm confused about.
You know what? It's been a constant object of many debate.
Yeah, because I heard that's hip hop. I've never heard hip hop. I heard it's something.
Yeah.
I don't want to like. I don't.
You're
wanna check
from
it
the
out.
birthplace of Hotlanta.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the birthplace of hip hop, but then I was like, I can't even bring myself.
Well, I
to
did
say
live in
that.
New York
Like, it's
too.
not
I
even-
mean, that is the birthplace of hip hop, right? New York.
yeah, right. That's why I couldn't say. I was about to say you're from Atlanta, the birthplace of hip hop, but I was like, I can't. I can't say that because it's not. It's hot. And
I mean,
Jermaine
yeah, it
Atlanta.
was the birthplace of like trap music.
Did you ever meet?
I think. Maybe
you ever
like
trap
Houston or
anyone?
whatever. I trapped a lot of people
Why is it called trap music? Because the trap house? Why is it called the trap house?
because it's a trap, dude. You
trap.
go in there and you're stuck. you don't
guess
get
so.
out of that, man.
That's the
That's
trap.
the plan. Yeah.
You're stuck. Yeah, it's the trap. Like the trap is like now I do this to get money. I can't do
Right.
anything else now. I'm trapped.
Yeah. You don't have any
So it's the
prospects, and
person
they
that's
teach you how to
selling
flip 'em.
it. It's not like a trap that like
Well,
someone
it
goes,
works both ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the
the
drug
place-
dealer is just as trapped as the drug addict
Oh yeah, I was
to the
thinking just like
lifestyle or whatever.
Yeah.
Like they
To
can't
the
go out and make
lifestyle.
$1,000 a day at Burger King.
Well,
they can
unless
make
they're selling,
$1,000
like honey
a
mustard
day
or
in
something
their
out the
house.
back.
Some people can get out of the trap, like Jay-Z. He sold
Well, yeah.
crack, but hopefully Jay-Z went through that. Hove went through that, so hopefully you don't have to do that.
Hopefully.
Hopefully,
Why is he called Hova?
Hova.
What is that?
H to the Izzo, V to the Izze, Fushizzle, Manizzle.
Now I understand those words.
I'm understanding. Okay. Hove,
You don't have to. We don't have to ask the
I think-
mixed race man to explain hip hop to us.
I don't
but-
know.
I
if-
do.
I think it's like Jehovah, and then it just became Hove, and then HOVA is like, I don't know, H to the Izzo.
Okay, so you got J and then Hova.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
So you got
shortened
all
version of
rappers have like
Jehovah.
35 names.
yeah.
Yeah, because his full name is Jehovah.
That's his real name is Jehovah.
No,
Yeah.
yes. Sorry. Yes, I forgot.
Oh.
Yes, and no.
No, it's a play on the name Jehovah, like the
Jehovah.
Jewish name Jehovah.
Well, I know what Jehovah is.
How do we know what you know?
Jehovah
You're the
is
lowest common
Jesus.
denominator.
I'm a very Christian man. You know this
Yeah.
about me. I'm a fundamental Christian, and Jehovah means Jesus.
All right,
They,
though.
they say it's a play on words. The other day I was walking through.
You know who liked to play on words? Indiana Jones. And in Indiana Jones, he had to spell Jehovah, but then Sean Connery had to remind him that Jehovah starts with an I.
Dude, this
I
is getting
Jehovah. What is
awesome.
this for Apple Music?
Ihova. Your electronic Jesus is called Ihova.
Yeah.
My vacuum cleaner, the Jehovah.
It moves by itself and sucks the dirty particles and makes it carpet clean.
Someone wrote a poem like in the middle of Island Park, and kids were just doing like they were acting out different scenes from different things, and they wrote on like all these words on chalk. It was a play on words.
All right.
Yeah.
There we go.
I was like, wait, hold on. I'm picturing this.
I was like, I'm not quite following it.
I'll
It
see
was-
myself out.
It was no, you can stay. It's difficult to make word plays and stuff. Greg, you're an expert at us. What at us? You're an expert at us.
Tell us about my life.
Tell us about us.
How do I feel about this situation,
That is
Greg?
funny. Just have
I feel
Greg,
mixed conflict.
Greg tucking me in at bed at night and be like, Greg, tell me about me. Will you tell me how? Tell me about
Oh,
the time.
I'm an expert at tucking in now, dude. I can tuck you, boy. I tuck every night, dog. I'll tell you a story, dude. I've been snoozing.
I've been an expert at tucking because people have been hitting me in the balls a lot.
Oh man, that's only happened like a couple times in my life, and it's the worst.
A couple?
Yeah, like
Dude,
a throuple.
you know what's
maybe. I
crazy
don't know.
is you get hit in the balls a lot more than you get hit in the shaft. And that's in front of it.
I hit my shaft one time. I was flipping out like one of those big plastic mats, and I just went whop hop, just right on the tip.
Yeah, dude. I got hit with a baseball right in the tip one time, and it just like pinched it against my thigh. Super line drive. I was like, oh, it's more.
Yeah, it's more of a stinging pain than the dull pain of the newts.
Yeah, it was more purple than it already was.
The Purple Heart.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like the shaft is in front of it, and like what if that was the sole job was like to protect,
The
and then like
protector.
like your shaft just sucks at it. Or like, oh hey, here comes a foot to the
Mine
groin.
does hide during conflict. I'll tell you that. Ducks and covers. I'll tell you.
It'd be funny if everyone else listening is like, mine covers it. And we're just like, oh no.
We're like, how come it's so tiny? How come everybody's
supposed to
shaft is so teeny tiny?
Yeah, if it's supposed to protect the rest, then why doesn't it cover the whole?
We just don't know about big ones. Never even heard of it, dude.
Like that's a thing. Like oh man,
Everyone is just like Michelangelo, dude. That's what everyone's look like.
he's talking about David.
Michelangelo's David. Yes, I'm an art expert too.
Yeah.
Not only do I know everything.
Hey, you
about
think
two.
Michelangelo, when he was making David, was just looking down and being like,
Yeah, well, he probably had a mirror or something.
yeah, Michelangelo standing above the water and just like,
Yeah.
Above the it's like oh nobody shut the door. I don't need any ripples in the water.
Yeah, how do you think Michelangelo felt when he was just carving out the gooch?
Yeah,
just down there.
if I was,
Dust
he
falling in
actually,
his
he
mouth.
actually,
A little goose dust just
He's like,
he's up there saying, no, he had his assistant do it.
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah, you're gonna do this
do
part.
it. Yup.
if I was Michelangelo, I would have stood inside the water when I did it. I'm like, this is way bigger.
You just look down and it's
Yeah, you're like,
oh,
awesome.
Yeah. See, that's why I don't think Michelangelo. I think when he got to the naughty bits, I think he had somebody else do it. Maybe his wife or girlfriend, and she was like,
I like how you're. Oh yeah, he had a woman that was upset with him do it.
yup.
A great woman sculptor.
Or maybe he kept making wanted to make it like girthier and bigger and longer, but like he kept breaking the marble, and he was like, crap.
this was
crap.
supposed
And
to be
then-
a hog.
Yeah.
This was supposed to be a hog.
I got to turn this in 3 hours. I can't.
yeah, Michelangelo had a deadline on making David. Work for some big corporation. Come on, Michelangelo, we need the David.
They're smoking on cigars. They got glasses of wine.
They were Italian.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
That's true.
The Pope was like, it's not the perfect size.
Yeah, the Pope had to call and tell him.
Yeah.
Like, no, that's way too big, dude. You gotta trim that thing down.
Yeah, he's like, I want it to look like this.
Yeah, the Pope was like, yeah.
Bang! And then he just whacks it like, oh man, this guy. Poor guy.
Look at this. I go again.
Well, they said all those sculptures had little wee-wees because, like, that was supposed to be, like, a big one was supposed to be, like, brutish. Like, you were supposed to be, like, just some kind of idiot, like, barbarian if you had a big one.
Thank God.
And, like,
I
if
said
you had a tiny one, like, you were, like, an intellectual and, like, cultured.
thank
heard
God
this
I
If you
said,
weren't distracted by the hog, you could actually think about something
yeah,
else.
thank God I said I was dumb at the beginning of this. I was getting ahead of this one.
You are quite the barbarian there, Blaise.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's crazy. Like they've said that cell phone side, like the opposite with cell phones, and then I've heard it's going back the other way, where like if you had a bigger cell phone, you were cooler, or had
Right,
more
yeah.
stuff, and now it's like, oh, if your cell phone's smaller, then you have.
Oh, yeah, well, like in Zoolander, he had the tiny one, and that was, like, the coolest one you could have. Remember? It was
Oh,
like,
yes.
hello?
That is true.
Yeah.
There was a
Gasoline.
time.
You guys want to have a gasoline fight after this?
Yeah, go to Starbucks and have a gasoline fight.
I
like
need to
my-
watch that movie. I
Really?
guess
Dude, that's like my. You've never watched it?
I've never seen Zoolander.
Oh, my goodness.
Zoolander, for like a 3-year period, I think was my favorite movie.
Well, dude, people sleep on Ben Stiller nowadays, but he was, like, on top of the comedy game for
Oh,
a
yeah.
while.
Oh
for
yeah,
years.
there's always like the group that's on top of comedy for a
Yeah.
certain period of time, like Judd Apatow. For the
Oh,
last
Judd
and
Apatow
now-
had like
Oh, yeah, he had, like, over a decade
Yeah.
run.
Well,
Of just,
like with the airplane people,
Yeah,
Zuckermans or
right.
whatever, they had like
yeah,
4
and
movies.
then the guys that made something about Mary, what are those guys called?
Farley brothers.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Farrelly brothers,
Fairly,
right?
whatever.
Yeah, you're right.
Fairly Odd Brothers.
Yeah, they started calling Ben Stiller the Pillow for a while because everyone was sleeping on him.
That's true.
Nice.
Ben Pilla.
Ben Pillar. Then he just got a problem.
When was the last time you blew something out of your nose that wasn't like you laughed and were like, I'm going to tell you mine just so I can. I brought that
that
up
why
so I
you
can
brought
tell
it
you.
up? So you
Exactly
can
why I
tell-
brought
yeah,
it up.
classic.
Exactly why I brought it up.
So wait, blew
Classic-
something out of our
Classic
nose.
narcissist behavior.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
What do you think about this? Here's what I think.
Yeah.
Right,
Wait,
right.
so blew something out of our nose that was not snot.
Yeah, like I took a drink of, I'm pretty sure it was water. Maybe it was milk. I hope for comic effect it was milk. Chocolate milk.
Yeah, that's better.
Strawberry milk. Let's say it was strawberry milk.
It was Neapolitan.
Neapolitan. So like every time I took a sip, it was a different flavor. I took a drink of this milk, and then I read this meme, and it said, "No matter how still you've been, Ben Stiller."
Yeah,
and
it's
I
Ben
like,
Stiller.
I don't know
Yeah.
why, but I was like, and I was sitting there like, "Oh my god, I can't." And then the librarian was like, "Please be quiet." And I looked up at her, like snot was all on me, and this chocolate. Strawberry milk all over, and
And you threw up, and then
You're
you
like-
slipped in the throw up, and you fell, knocked
like-
over a table, and the table hit a kid.
the kid was like, "I'm blind," and that kid turned into Daredevil, and then he strayed the streets of justice, but
Dude,
he
this
still
must
can't
have been
read.
years
Yeah,
ago,
and then
dude.
then Daredevil actually made a career change. That man, Stevie Wonder.
Stevie Wonder is Daredevil. He's
Yeah.
the original Daredevil.
I almost
Yeah.
said Stevie Nicks. I had to stop for
Stevie.
that man, Stevie Nicks.
Stevie Nicks. A long time ago, I had a buddy who called. He mixed. We were talking about like funk music, old classic, whatever, blah blah blah, Motown, and then he referred to Stevie Wonder as Smokey Wonder.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, oh, because Smokey Robinson, and I was like, dude, that would be like the sickest name, like Smokey Wonder.
Smokey
Like,
Wonder. That's
pretty
a
good.
stripper's name somewhere for sure.
I don't know if I want to go
Next
to
up on the stage, Smokey Wonder.
I don't want to see a stripper named Smokey.
yeah, Smokey sounds like an old dude that's just, he looks
Yeah,
like
like
he's
if her-
75, but
dude,
he's 40.
If
and
her
been
name was
smoking-
Wonder, like if she just went by Wonder, and I'm assuming it's a she, you know what I'm saying?
I know one that goes by Wonder. I don't know if she still dances.
Harmony.
Yeah,
It would be-
Harmony, Wonder.
It would be funny if strippers actually had names like the Seven Dwarves, where it's like, that's Smokey. She's just chain smoking.
Oh my God, yeah. Her name is her attributes.
Yeah. That's
Sleepy
Smokey.
over there sleeping on a pole.
Yeah. Look at birthmarky. That over there, that's C-section-y.
That's
That's breast scarry.
oh my gosh,
Like that's botch. That's botch top job.
that's botulism.
Old Bocce over there.
Bocce.
Old Bocce's coming to the stage. Look out.
What's that thing that you get on the side of your foot?
A
Sometimes
bunion?
that's bunion.
Bunyany. Oh man,
You mean bunny? No, buniony.
Bunyany.
She's missing the toes. She's the three-toed. She's the sloth. She does something slowly. She only got 3 toes.
That has
She only
nothing
got
to
3
do.
toes on her right foot.
That has nothing to do with how we were saying it before.
Oh,
her
it
name
does,
would,
dude.
her name would be Slothy,
yeah,
not the sloth.
But like-
oh, she's actually it's the guy from the Goonies.
Yeah, this is just turning into like a freak show more than a strip club. Which,
yeah. Because
which I like. I would
she's-
rather it be a
her
freak
name
show.
Is her name is Slothy, not because of the 3-toe situation. It's because of her tail.
She's just hanging on the pole like this. She's not doing it.
Her arms are out. She's just like, oh, like what?
You toss her a mango.
Just juices flying everywhere. Oh my gosh.
You guys a sloth would eat it slowly, but it's funnier if they're just.
Oh, sloth. The only thing they do at super speed is eat.
Yeah.
It's like the cartoons. They just shotgun or geez, what are like
Shotgun.
typewriter style eat corn on the cob.
Bugs Bunny.
That's how I eat it too.
I mean,
Actually, I eat corn on the cob. Just
Yeah, I like it whole. A lot of people throw away the.
yeah, they're missing the best part.
I get my fiber
It's
that
good
way.
for your teeth, dude.
I bet you could get some people just like pay some influencer to be like, this is how you eat corn, really, and then just like they don't know the nutrients are in the middle.
Oh, I bet you could you could boil corn, cut it into quarters. Like I don't think you could have. It'd be difficult to convince somebody to eat a corn.
Wrong. I'm getting Sabrina Carpenter to do it next week.
Dude, that's
Sabrina
great.
Carpenter.
That's a good get.
Is that the singer lady?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, you think she can't
She's
make
coming
TikToks?
on the show.
Yeah, I didn't
She's
know.
gonna be on.
I'm pretty sure
her
she
and
could
Livy
do-
Dunn are going to teach us how to eat corn.
I'm pretty sure she could do whatever she wants, which is why I'm questioning her coming here next week.
Yeah,
to
is she
eat
gonna
corn.
be in studio?
Dude, I have $40. I can give it to her.
I'll give you $20.
Dude, she's
I can get you somebody that looks like her for 20.
I'll give you $20, Greg.
It might not look exactly like, but it's her height.
like so, I could get the real Livy Dunn for
I could go out right now and get somebody her height from the corner over there. I seen them for $20, dude.
Like, that'd
They'll
be
do
so
whatever
fun.
you want. They'll eat 2 corn cobs.
That'd be so funny if I could get the real Sabrina Carpenter for 40 and you're like, I can get a look-alike. It's the same height for 20. And I'm like, when you put it that way,
That's half off.
I
I know you're frugal.
I know.
like,
But it
there's a
proves to be
homeless.
more difficult than you thought. You're like out there, like, how tall are you? 5'6"? No, that's not. I need 5'4". How tall are you? 5'5". No, you're not. This is not gonna work.
That is the funny thing. If someone came in, you're like, is this Sabrina Carpenter? You're like, no, it's not. Yeah, you just bring out a measuring tape. You're like, exact same
Explain
size.
this. Then.
All right. Well, then,
Explain this. Science.
tell me why this person also is 5'6". I think. I don't know how tall is Sabrina Carpenter. Does
Tiny.
anybody?
She's probably like 5 feet.
Does anybody know? Like off the top.
Yeah, I'm sure people
Let's take
know.
guesses. Let's take guesses.
I'll say 5 feet.
I'm gonna go 5'2".
Nice.
I don't know. I don't even know who Sabrina Carpenter is.
Yeah, it's because you're out
here,
of the
one
game,
second, I'll
dude.
get
You're
you a
not cool
picture.
like us.
You have children in the house. I guess I do too, but I don't think
Come
they're
over
listening.
here quick.
My kid.
Take a quick
Oh, to look at the picture. Okay, good.
Oh my god, dude! Look at the height.
Oh no!
Oh, don't look at the height.
6'2".
Yeah, 6'2". She's taller than me.
Oh, that girl looks like Hayden Panettiere.
Oh, kinda. What do you think?
Yeah,
her
she
height
just looks
is?
like a little baby
She
doll.
is tiny. I know that girl. She is, I don't know, 4'11".
5 foot.
Oh,
dang it.
Hobbs. I know pop culture, and I'm the oldest guy in here.
No,
Oh, Hobbs.
That's what I say to myself when I do something good. Oh, Hobbs.
Oh, Hobbs.
I thought Sabrina Carpenter had dark hair.
Nope, you're thinking of Olivia Rodrigo.
No, I know who
You're
that
thinking
is.
of Olivia Newton-John.
Let's get physical. Olivia Newton-John.
No, you're thinking of Katy Perry.
You're thinking of Olivia Elton-John.
No, you're thinking of me.
Oh shit!
That's right. That's what I was thinking of.
This whole time, I thought you were Sabrina Carpenter.
That's why I came on the show. I know this is a
Yeah.
Sabrina Carpenter podcast.
You think I'm on a show
just-
with Blaise Kautzman? Nobody cares about that. Hey, I'm on a show with Sabrina Carpenter.
Sounds much better.
Yeah.
I unzip my face and it's like, you'll never guess.
It's a
like,
Mission
"Ah!"
Impossible mask.
Dun dun dun. It's Tom Cruise.
Dude, Tom Cruise is Sabrina Carpenter. They're the same
Yeah.
height.
Tom Cruise is 5 foot.
No.
He's
Well,
5
People
foot.
think he's like so much shorter than he actually is. But he is short, but he's just not tall. But he's not like 5'2".
Is he 5'8"?
He's 5'7".
That's short.
How tall?
But it's not tiny. It's not like 5'3".
Wait, is he 5'7"?
Yeah.
Could you see that? Or
I didn't have it up yet. Did you
know that?
He knew that.
Well, his height has been a topic of conversation for years because he has to like stand up on like boxes to stand next to his female
Counterparts.
who
Yeah,
are like
faces
higher
do.
than him.
Height can't.
Especially
height?
Nicole Kidman. Nicole Kidman feels like she's like my height.
Oh, yeah.
and he's
There's
like
a-
he was married to her and acting with her.
I
so-
think Nicole Kidman's like 6'1".
Yeah, she's tall.
Would Vanilla Sky, were they in anything else together?
She wasn't
Yeah,
in
Eyes
Vanilla
Wide
Sky.
Shut, Days of Thunder. That's
Nicole
where they met.
Kidman wasn't in Vanilla Sky.
5'11", I saw it.
Oh, no, that was Penelope Cruz.
Cameron Diaz, Penelope Cruz.
Yeah, and Tom Cruise was with Penelope Cruz, which I always thought was funny that if she married him, she would have the same name. It would just be spelled differently.
Ooh.
Yeah. I
You really
agree.
get Americanized there.
yeah, right.
C-R-U-Z to
Now
C-R-U-I-S-E.
it's cruise, baby. We're going on a cruise.
A lot of times celebrities keep their name.
Yeah.
Well, in the public. A lot of the time that their actual legal name is changed, I believe.
Well, yeah, their
I
stage
could be
name
wrong
has
with
to
that.
stay the same.
I think they usually
guess.
keep the stage name, but they might. I could be wrong on that.
Because, they can only have one stage name in SAG. Like, you can't repeat names.
Right. That's why there's
Like
Michael B. Jordan.
Keaton was named Michael Douglas, but he couldn't be Michael Douglas because Michael Douglas was Michael Douglas, so he chose Michael Keaton.
Well, that was a good choice.
Yeah, it's a great choice. I think it sounds great.
On both, Emilio Estevez kept Estevez while Martin Sheen and Charlie Sheen went to Sheen.
Yeah, I never understood
Yeah.
that. He took his mom's name or something.
I think
Maybe
Sheen
there
was.
was there
Emilio
another
took
Emilio
His
Sheen.
mom's name.
Well, they're even
Emilio
Just keep saying
Estevez does sound way better than Sheen.
Emilio
But Charlie,
Sheen?
Charlie,
Chuck Estevez, Martin.
Well, yeah, what I
Estevez.
always thought was funny is like you got Emilio Estevez, which is a very Hispanic name, and then you got Charlie Sheen, which is like a very white name, and they're brothers.
I bet you
Emilio.
I was like, Emilio.
Do you guys ever see this movie called
How
Men
tall
at
is
Work?
Emilio Estevez?
Oh, dude, that's easy.
Charlie
I mean,
Sheen's real name is Carlos Irwin Estevez.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. That's
That's what I was
very
gonna say.
Hispanic.
I was gonna say,
Irwin.
like, isn't
Carlos Irwin Estevez.
it like Irwin?
Irwin.
Isn't like that's why I was like Martin Sheen.
Yeah, Martin Sheen.
Martin Sheen. Did he get in trouble for that? Martin Sheen? I don't think so.
Can who get in trouble? I can never
Can
get
Martin-
in trouble, dude. Oh, Martin.
Martin Sheen. Like you get in trouble with the Hispanic community for changing your name like that.
I don't know. You'd have to ask the Hispanic community, dude. I'm not
Somebody get
representing
Sabrina
them.
Carpenter
I'm
in
not.
here.
I'm done speaking for the Hispanic community. It got me in way too much trouble, dude. I'm done with it. I tried to help.
Yeah, it got you too many hot tamales.
Oh man, real spicy. You know what I mean?
We're getting you in
He
some
went to-
hot tamale action today.
Ooh, you know what? There's a place over by my house. It's called La Unaca, and
Yeah, they got the tamales.
I love it, dude. I love it. I wish I could eat there for lunch every day, but I can't.
Why?
I don't know. I don't have a good answer for that. I guess mostly because it's like one of those things you want it to be special when
Special?
you get it. I get it on, well, I usually get it on Tuesdays. Today is a Tuesday.
Oh my god.
Are you talking about La Unica or your
Dude, you
wife?
talking about tamale Tuesday? You talking about getting it?
I usually get it on Nope,
Maybe
Tuesdays.
your wife gets the tamale on Tuesday.
Tuesday. She might. It's
You ever
right
think
by our
about
house.
that?
You know what I'm saying? She gets tamales. Maybe she gets the sour cream on the side. I don't like the sour cream. I don't get any sour cream. I get the cheese. I get the beef. Sometimes chicken.
Is this references or is this actually what you're saying? So you give your wife the cream,
No, I don't.
and you got the beef
I mean, I have, but
and
I
the
don't.
cheese.
Are we at Arby's? We have the beef. They have the
Or
beef.
Arby's in Sioux Falls.
Roasted.
They don't have honey mustard.
Arby's doesn't carry honey mustard. Yeah, they do because they have chicken. But we're talking about La Unica tamales,
Oh,
which now I'm not gonna
I might
Yep.
not get that today, but I might get it tamale.
there we go.
acceptable. Yeah,
Tamale.
not tamalo.
Tamalo. Tamalo, that's what they say in Honolulu.
Tamalo.
That's the Rock's brand of aftershave. Tamalo. Tamalo brand for your
Tamalo.
shave.
One time I said instead of saying mahalo, or I meant to say like aloha, and I wanted to say thank you. Thank you's mahalo, aloha, you know? And then I was like, maloha. Oh, no, I said halo. Like I smashed the words together, and I was like, oh, man. And then,
Well, who were you talking to? A Hawaiian?
no.
Oh.
You're like, hello.
Halo.
Have you ever met a Hawaiian in real life?
Yeah, lots. They called me.
You lived in Hawaii.
I thought they were fictional.
Oh no, they're real.
They're real people? Okay.
One dude.
No,
called
frictional
me,
is in you rub them together really fast and they get hot.
and they started.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. Is that true? Okay, they're like kindling.
100%. They.
No, Hawaiian.
I'm like.
I'm not
if
sure
you,
we're kindling this.
If you guys go to Hawaii, you guys will probably. I mean, Greg, you can't. Blaise, if you went to Hawaii, they look for the native Hawaiian girls. They are constantly like, I don't want to be with somebody in my family, so they
I like how you started to use me as the reference and then you switched to Blaze.
Well, you're
Before,
married.
yeah,
Yeah,
you were like, "Ugh."
I can't do it. You can't do it, Blaise.
I mean, who knows what's going to happen? You know what I mean? I'm married now.
I mean, you know
Meet
what?
a nice Hawaiian lady out there on the beach.
She gives you a little leg.
It's a different
you know what I'm
country,
saying?
right?
Actually,
That counts. Doesn't count.
Greg and I are actually just going to go on a vacation together.
Blaise would do fine in Hawaii. He looks like he's from Hawaii sometimes with the board shorts and the flip flops and the long
I do
hair.
dress
You
like
could,
a Hawaiian.
People would say, let's go surfing. And
Yeah,
you'd be like,
you would fit right in.
I just
think.
pick it up right away.
Yeah, Blaise just intrinsically knows how to surf. You can tell by looking at him. This dude surfs.
Blaise
Dude surfs.
Tsunami.
Blaise Tsunami. I mean, you gotta have to watch a tutorial video.
Well, there's that movie Johnny Tsunami.
I thought it was a TV show.
It was a made-for-TV Disney movie.
Johnny Tsunami?
Yeah.
Man, I got
Unless
nice
they came
ring
out
to
with a
it.
TV show for it later, but it was like a made-for-TV Disney Channel original movie.
Well, I have Disney Plus now, so I could probably watch that.
and then they made.
You probably should.
I'm going to.
Yeah.
Actually, I think what
Are
happens
you
in
gonna watch
Johnny's
it with or without the kids? Johnny
Without.
Tsunami?
I don't let the kids watch TV.
It's probably
They
for
got to
the
sit in the
best.
room while I watch cartoons.
yeah, and Johnny Tsunami.
And color and drink chocolate milk.
Yeah, I'm just become one of them by this point. I'm just eating nuggets.
You just start pushing them down and be like, I want to watch Johnny Tsunami.
It's my turn. I get to pick.
Kid.
That's all I hear all day. That's like my whole house all day.
Well, that's the clip.
Mom, I want the Tyrannosaurus Dino. My name is Kim. Stop calling me. I want the Dino Nuggets.
Oh my God, they call her Auntie Kim. That's just all the time. Auntie Kim. Auntie Kim from the other room. Auntie Kim. Auntie Kim. Auntie Kim.
Yeah. That's a sign of respect. What if
It's a
they just
sign
called
of something.
What if they just called her Kim?
Yeah. I'm going to make her start calling him Mrs. Hobbs. I will be referred to as Mr. Hobbs. And Kim will be referred to as Mrs. Hobbs from now on.
From now on.
From now on. And there's going to be a dress code, everything, dude. I got to get strict on them.
Yeah, that's true. You got to
Gotta
get
get
some structure
really
in
strict.
there.
That's what kids need. They need just deprivation of color, deprivation of love. You know what I mean? Make them find it themselves is what I do.
Right. Like, how are you going to
Yeah.
appreciate it if you're not searching for it?
Exactly.
Like,
so I
okay.
deprive them of it.
Yup.
Then they have the desire to find it.
It's like if you're
That's what my parents did to me, and here it goes. That's why I turned up.
perfect.
You
got
turned
a
up?
sweet
Turned
Adidas
up.
I got
jacket.
a sweet Adidas jacket.
You know
I'm
what?
on the radio with, listeners.
on
two
the
people.
Fargo radio.
Video.
On the
kill radio
Fargo.
stuff.
I was doing like,
we're both video and radio.
oh, we are.
We're killing
stars of
ourselves.
both.
Our video is killing our radio
Suicidal,
star.
yeah. So suicidal.
Dude, you know what is funny? I realized looking, I forgot what shirt I put on today until I looked in the camera here. But we made these shirts, and then we made these for St. Patty's Day. Like every year we would go to a different St.
Didn't make
St.
that for
Patty's
Christmas.
Day.
I was wondering which holiday you made that for.
You never
I'm
know.
glad
You never
specified.
know with us. But it says "Kiss me till I'm dirty," just because we called our friend Dirty Heath all the time, and as if we'd turn
Dirty
into him. I
Heath
don't
and
know.
the boys.
Yeah, Dirty Heath and the boys. That was like
a
our
soup kitchen.
We were 28, calling ourselves Dirty Heath and the boys, and made merch just for our friend group. We didn't do anything. We just had koozies that were like, "Here's Dirty Heath and the boys," just our faces and stuff, and people were like, "That's sweet." But
That is pretty cool.
but on the back here, we would have a full list of things to do during the pub crawl.
Oh,
And
yeah.
so I don't know.
Oh, race to Romby. Ice someone. Order 1,000,000 drillers.
Dude.
Oh, wow.
You've only
Clear
got
a
one
beer?
checked off. Kick yourself in the forehead.
Yeah, that was one thing that we came up with. Yeah, kick yourself in the forehead was one. There's one like make out with a stranger.
Yeah, kiss a stranger.
Yeah, so kiss a stranger was one that you wouldn't mark off, so you could just keep doing that.
Oh, you ain't done it yet. I gotta
But I think baby birding's on this.
I can't see the bottom. Baby bird feeder. Bird feeder.
Bird feeder. We said it wrong.
Well,
But
still.
another one is lose or gain an article of clothing from someone on that if you see it somewhere.
Okay.
Dude, I'll post this video. I'll overlay it on here. But we wore these in San Diego, California.
Oh, California. I
Not
thought it was,
San Diego.
Yeah, not Utah.
Yeah, San Diego, Utah.
You never know. There's
I actually did get in trouble for writing Miami. I put Miami for a book report or some stuff, and then they were like, "Well, what Miami?" And I was like,
Ohio,
Florida. There's
dude.
only
Yeah,
one Miami.
Ohio, right.
And then, yeah, that's what she said. Well,
Yeah.
there's a Miami, Ohio, and I was like,
Ben Roethlisberger.
yeah.
He's from there?
That's where he went to college. Miami.
Oh.
Ohio.
There's a girl that I liked in, I think I was like in 6th grade or something, and She was like 22 maybe, and she went to the University of Ohio.
Yes, dude.
Yeah.
The Ohio State University.
The Ohio State.
I have some real degenerate things here. Okay, but one of the things crossing off the stuff, one of the things was lose or gain an article of clothing. We were down in like the Gaslamp district of we're down in the Gaslamp district in San Diego, which is like their downtown area. And for St. Patrick's Day, they close off like a huge area of the downtown where all the bars are, and then you just buy a ticket to go in there.
Nice.
And we ran into these girls that we do not know. We were like, we're like, hey, help us cross some stuff off of the list. And one of them looks down the list and goes, lose or gain an article of clothing. Give us your shirts. And we're like, well, we can't do that. Then we can't go in to any of the bars or anything like that. And my buddy Dylan goes, I got an idea. And he does this.
Uh-oh.
Oop. You can't hear it.
Technical difficulty. Oh my gosh.
Is that his undies?
Yeah, he ripped his underwear off with his pants on.
Hey, while you're showing me your phone, my wife just reacted to something on your Instagram. So, hey, dude, I saw it pop up.
Oh, no.
I saw it pop up, bro. What is going on? Kim, are you listening? I'm with Blaise right now. Have some decency.
Yeah.
Do it behind my back.
Quick, we got to go to Hawaii right now. Wait, that was me. I was just dirty texting her so that you would have a reason to leave her and come to Hawaii with me. Then I kick her to the curb.
I'm storming off.
Yeah. Oh, but
this is good radio right here. High drama.
Yeah.
Good radio.
Dude, my buddy tore his underwear off.
Yeah.
Without
From the front.
From the front.
Yeah,
He
that's
wedged
beautiful.
himself. And then afterwards he was like, yeah, I thought that was going to come off like Zoolander, like at that one point. Because Owen Wilson just like takes his underwear off without
they don't
taking
rip.
them off. Yeah. He's like, they did not. We're like, no, they didn't. A couple hours later, we walk out of this bar in San Diego, look across the street. Those two girls, one of them has like the ripped up underwear around her neck and is like, hey guys, we still got them. We're like, gross. Go.
I'm not gonna check off and make out with a stranger with you.
I know.
You have
But then my
underwear
my other buddy went to the porta potty with her later and wiped her butt. That's just so that
give for help.
And he kissed the stranger.
Yeah.
Well, hey, when you said gain or lose, I thought you were, instead of like an article of clothing, I thought it would be like fun to say gain or lose 5 pounds. Just you have to gain or we're weighing in before,
dude.
And you need to weigh like you weigh 170. You better be 175 or 165.
You have to eat like I don't know, like 5 1-pound steaks or
well,
like
I mean, you
through
would just
the day
have,
hammering beers and stuff.
yeah,
like
that's what I was gonna say. I've drank 5 pounds of beer before.
Oh yeah, dude, losing. Well, you walk a lot. Yeah, no.
not if you're drink. You can't be drinking.
just start
you can't
cutting
be,
weight.
Yeah, you'd have
you can't
to-
be losing
yeah.
weight while you're out there drinking. Like it sounds perfect. You know? No, we went to a pub crawl and I lost 5 pounds. Like that never has happened.
A lot of
Yeah,
weekends,
that's in
dude.
my
When I
dreams.
went to WeFest one year, I lost 13 pounds.
Well, yeah,
You
because
got
you threw up all
dysentery
over
or
the
something?
place.
No, I didn't eat. It was like, I mean,
and alcohol
I had
just.
yeah.
There's
I
calories,
just
but enough to
completely
sustain.
just like drank the whole weekend, and it was like, actually, every morning we'd have like a breakfast burrito. We'd go over to get a breakfast burrito from one of those stands, and that was like it.
I want a breakfast
and it was
burrito.
on.
From La Unica, breakfast tamale.
I don't know if they have breakfast. They probably do.
My other buddy just texted me and was like, hey, I just got us hotel rooms for when we go to Chicago. I got us 2 double beds. I figured you could sleep in the other one.
Like, oh, good. Thank
Yeah?
you. Yeah, thank you for that.
He thought y'all were sharing. He was insecure.
I was like, thank you.
He
yes.
was like, I think Blaise might want to share.
Yeah,
but
exactly. His-
I'm gonna go ahead and just
He's
in
actually
case.
waiting for me to be like,
Yeah, it's okay.
no, maybe you switch that to a 1 bed.
Well, you could be like me, Richard, and Dylan and share one room.
That was insane.
That was insane.
Insanity.
It was not a sleeps 2 to 3. I mean, it was sleeps 2 to 3 technically, but Dylan is 2 to 3. So
Yeah. Sleeps 2D3 that's just a person's name.
yeah, sleeps 2 to 3.
This slept 2D3. It's just some singer.
Yeah, it could be anything.
Do you know who
see these
2D3
people
is?
selling out arenas, and I'm like, I've never even heard of this person.
Oh yeah, dude.
yeah.
Chapel Roan came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, all these people are like, it's a TikTok. They got famous off TikTok. I'm like, I don't go on TikTok.
Yeah, I know. That was like Sleep Tokens metal band. Everybody's like, they got famous on TikTok. I'm like, okay.
They got famous on what now?
They got famous on TikTok.
Famous on TikTok.
Man,
They got
you famous
famous
on
on TikTok.
TikTok.
Famous on TikTok.
You
Can I
text
pet
him
that
on
dog?
TikTok.
Can I pet that dog?
TikTok.
Famous on
TikTok.
TikTok. Can I pet that dog?
TikTok.
Famous on TikTok.
TikTok.
Can I pet that dog?
Pet that dog.
Can I pet that dog?
Go on, pet that
Can I
dog. You
that
want to
dog?
pet that
Pet that
dog.
dog.
Can I pet that dog? Ow, ow, that dog.
And not a
Dog.
dead dog. Can I
pet that dog? Can I pet that dog?
Pet.
I just saw that video of that baby trying to pet a bear. She's like, can I pet that dog?
Oh, that's
getting
actually a thing?
mad.
Yeah, she's like, can I pet that dog? They're like, no, you can't pet that dog, dude. It's a bear.
It's a bear, first of all. But she's getting angry that nobody will let her get close to her. Can I pet that dog? Can I pet that dog?
Dude,
Can I pet that dog?
I have friends that live in Jersey that will just like wake up and be like,
Yeah, Jersey's
Can I
bad.
pet
yeah,
that
they,
dog?
yeah, they're like the bears. Just I'll get like a Snapchat, and be like, this bear's stealing my garbage again.
Yeah,
In
that's
Jersey?
crazy.
yeah.
Oh yeah, Jersey got a lot of bears.
Northern Jersey.
I mean, I imagine towards the wooded area,
A lot of-
probably
yeah.
not like in Newark or anything.
Only that's
Across the water, you're like, yo,
Yeah.
look at those bears over there in Jersey.
Yeah, you're just standing on Manhattan. Look at all the freaking bears over there.
Oh,
look at all the
man.
bears. Most of them are in Brooklyn.
I hope they don't cross the bridge.
But there's a lot of bears in Brooklyn. Different type of bear.
Different kind of bears.
Yeah,
Brooklyn's bear heavy these days.
dude, very bear heavy.
The most
Very
New York
heavy.
thing that's ever happened to me was in Brooklyn. Obviously, was wearing some Rangers apparel.
Nice.
And then this guy looked like he was trying to fight me, but he was at work. And then he was like just talking a bunch of smack. And he was like, I don't know, I never heard of Rangers. What's a Ranger? What's a Ranger?
I think that'd be
And
funny.
like
like-
New York Rangers.
Yeah.
I think
And
no.
the guy got mad at you?
Yeah, because he's probably a Long Island fan.
Yeah.
You know what
Oh,
I'm saying?
right,
So
right,
like I was
right.
just like, yeah, man.
Yeah,
it's
dude, I'm
not-
in Brooklyn wearing a Ranger.
Right,
That doesn't
it's
seem
like-
like it would be controversial.
No,
I think it's much more funny if Mark Way was dressed like a park ranger.
Yeah, right.
I had
Like
the hat
the
on.
Yogi
Yeah,
Bear
with
guy.
the green shorts like up to here.
Like, are you on Brickleberry? Are you in a live action Brickleberry?
You're trying to get to Jersey to take care of the bears over there. You
yeah.
got lost in Brooklyn.
How do I
Markway,
get-
Lost in Brooklyn. I
How
love
do I
that
get
show.
to the bridge so I can get over to the base in Jersey?
Where's the freaking bears? All
Yo,
I see
Yogi.
is buildings and homeless people.
I'm
Where's
going
the bears?
I'm
Where's
going to
the
see
bears?
Yogi Berra.
There we go. Yogi Berra.
Dude, Yogi
New
Bear-
York, Bear, Park
Yeah.
Ranger, Jersey. Oh,
Yogi
my God.
Yogi
Circle.
Berra should have made a book, a tell-all called Yogi Bears All.
There we go. I'm a yogi.
Yeah.
Namaste. That's like Catholic chanting. I don't know why we're doing this. That has nothing to do with yoga.
It's that was also
What
the
about the Mysterium
he
Balls?
also that was the Halo theme.
That's true. Oh, that was Ayla.
What are those?
I'm not
balls
Catholic
doing?
or a video gamer.
When I did yoga,
That one time.
no, plenty of times. I've done it like so many times.
Prove it. Do yoga right now.
What do you want me to do? Down your
Down your
down your
dog,
dog.
dude. He don't know what the hell he's talking about. Down your dog.
What do you want me to do? Down your dog.
I'm going to put the dog down. That's what we did in yoga. We sacrifice a dog.
Yeah.
Sacrifice
Or you call
dorks.
Joey Chestnuts, but Joey Chestnut's a dog. Joey Chestnut's done a lot of yoga because he'll down your dog.
Dude, he downs a
Michael
lot of dogs.
Vick,
Yeah.
definitely a yogi.
Yeah, he's downing some dogs for
He's
sure.
down some dogs.
Korea.
I heard he got in trouble again.
Mike Vick?
Yeah,
For what?
dog fighting.
Dog fighting again?
That's what I heard.
Michael
I
Vick,
don't know.
dog fight.
I'm from
2.0.
Atlanta, dude. I would have heard that.
True.
They still love him in Atlanta.
Well, yeah, we still love Adrian Peterson in Minnesota. Well, we used to. It wasn't even because he used to beat his kids with sticks. Like, he beat his kids with... and he just got in trouble for drunk driving. Like,
Oh,
he
did
was
he
not
really?
a good person.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
Who did that?
Adrian Peterson.
Well, cool people drunk drive. That's
AP,
fine.
yeah, I mean,
Well, yeah. Justin
he's obviously
Timberlake.
cool.
If anyone ever got arrested for DUI, they're the very
Oh,
nice.
man. Yeah.
You shouldn't do it, but if you ever have, I mean, it's pretty not bad at all, and is
It's-
always looked
Well,
up
you just
upon.
got to get used to it. Like, you know, You got to
Pretty
work
cool
on
for
it.
street cred.
Yeah,
You're like,
until
hey,
you roll past a stop sign, then they say that you roll past a stop sign going on the interstate, and then you
There was a time
go
once
2 miles over the speed limit,
Yeah.
and then you pass everything with flying colors. If you holding up your foot for 45 seconds, they say that's enough, and you failed.
That sounds
once-
personal. That
yeah,
sounds like
that sounds
this sounded like a very
definitely-
personal experience.
Yeah, it was dumb.
I
I only got
time-
one.
I've never gotten any. I thought actually I've been thinking that I was close for quite some time.
It's coming.
No.
It's coming.
I
I'm
was
going to get
driving-
one. I know.
I
Any
had
day
way
now.
too many people in my car. I was leaving a friend's house and I was dropping friends off, all in, like basically in the same neighborhood. And I was like, I'm not gonna go on the main road. I'm gonna go on the side road through the residential.
Slam into a cop.
Bam! Like, oh, no. I was driving and to this day I've always thought, well, until 2 days ago, I drove past this street and there was just a cop car just parked there. And I drove past it with like 11 people in my car.
Oh my gosh.
And like,
yeah, this is the time.
yeah, right. And I'm like, oh my god, I took the took the back road, so this didn't happen. And then 2 days ago, I went by and realized that that's a cop's house. So like, I had passed that thing. Like,
So he's in there sleeping, and you're in there paranoid.
right. I was like, flip it. Like, I literally was like, oh my god, I the whole way home, and then. Find out that he wasn't even in the car. He was probably in bed.
Yeah,
Dude,
people
what-
like to focus on the DUI I
My-
got, but they don't talk about the ones I didn't get.
Yeah,
You know what I
exactly.
mean? Those are the
Exactly.
special
Yeah,
ones. The
those
ones
are
that
the
ones-
the
I meant like a-
11,000
yeah, I
that
meant
I
like a-
didn't get.
I meant like
I
a-
don't get any credit for.
Yeah, I meant
They just
11
mad at me for the one.
I'm at 11,552 and a 2 record. So
Yeah,
Pretty
that's
good.
great. That's
Dude,
a good
my one
percentage.
buddy-
The
my-
percentage is nearly 0 DUIs.
my one
It's
buddy
a
had
less
one,
than 1% failure rate.
Exactly.
My
Or
one-
winner rate. I don't know.
my one buddy had one of the best stories where he was in Moorhead and he had a
Starting
couple
off good.
he had a couple to drink, and then he had a pizza box in the back of his seat, in his back seat. He was driving, and then a cop started following him and took like 2 turns with him. He's like, oh no.
yeah.
And so he just pulled off to a random house. He was in a residential neighborhood
Oh, my
and
God.
just grabbed the pizza box. He's like, I held it up like this and then just walked towards the house. And this cop started going slow. He's like, so I walked the whole way to the house and rang the doorbell.
Oh, my God.
They answered late, and he was like, order pizza? He's like, just don't worry about it. And then just walked back to the car. He's like, also, no pizza guy holds up a pizza like a serving thing.
It's a pizza, everybody.
Yeah. Okay, we gotta get out of here
Oh, it's
though.
just getting started.
Yeah, just
I was
getting
gonna start
farted.
getting entertaining and fun.
Yeah, maybe next time. This
Yeah,
was
maybe
Greg.
next
This was Gregory Hobbs with us.
Greg Hobbs.
Remember, guys, if you like our YouTube channel, subscribe to our
man.
YouTube channel. You might need to type in Blaise Kautzman. I woke up for this. BLAISE KAUTZMAN. I woke up for this, and then because sometimes I woke up for this doesn't come up.
That's
Subscribe to
true.
our YouTube channel. Comment on a video, and you will be entered to win Theo Von tickets.
That's right.
We got 2.
2 free Theo Von tickets, dude,
I love
coming
Theo
your
Von.
way just for being a part of the woke mob. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying?
Nice.
Just for
Yep.
being a part of the woke mob.
Nice.
Maybe
For
we should
sure.
have people comment woke mob on the video.
That is, yes.
subscribe,
Comment
something like
woke mob, and and if you like us on like our Facebook, too.
Facebook,
I woke up to this
Instagram.
podcast
that. Yeah.
on all
the stuff.
those.
Spotify.
Yep. Well, yeah, and if you comment on anything woke mob, we will.
And the
help you
more
out.
you like and subscribe to those different things, the more chances you have to win those ticks.
For
You know what
sure.
I'm saying?
Absolutely. Okay. And next, other than that, I don't really have any shows coming up or anything now, but Irene 2 and Marlon Wells will be at the Cellar next Friday and Saturday. 3 shows,
Good show.
8 p.m. Friday, and then 7 and 9:30 on Saturday. Okay. Toodaloo.
Aloha.
Bye bye. Mahalo.
Maloha.
Malo.